everybody. Welcome to Checking In a Lodging DEI Chat. I'm Leon Thomas with our co host, Miranda Kitterlin Lynch. Hey, Miranda, how are you?
I'm great, Leon. How are you?
Everything is groovy. It's all good. Excited to get back in another week or so of recordings. I've missed being with you here virtually. So I'm looking forward to what we have going on the next couple weeks.
Yes, me too. Me too. Now, since I missed last recording, let me ask, what episode is this?
Oh, wow. Now you're going to throw it at me. What episode is this? Okay. However, this no, 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 no. This is not it. I just had to do that for theatrical appreciation. I don't know. I'm going to say episode 2, show 19. I don't know. How am I doing? How am I doing? Am I close?
I know we're in season 2. I'm going to say episode 19, 20, 21.
Okay, let's go with it. Let's go
Either way,
with it.
it's going to be an
Season.
awesome episode because we have an amazing guest. I can't
Yeah.
believe it's time to join us today because she has
Yeah.
a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Lakendra Nealy being our guest. But before we bring her on, there's a couple announcements we need to let folks know. Number one, Miranda, you can check us out on all podcast networks, right? You can
Everyone.
check the show out there. But this show is now a part of the Leon Thomas Group Radio Network, which means you can hear it throughout the day, every day, 24/7. I mean, you don't hear just our show, it's other shows that our company produces. If you go to our website, the leonthomasgroup.com, and click on where it says listen now, it'll take you directly to that radio network, and you can hear past episodes of Checking In a Lodging DEI Chat right there. So just wanted to make sure everyone was aware. You can find us. And Miranda, it's time for my favorite part of the show, one of my favorite parts of the show. If folks want to be a guest on the show, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, first they need to get in line because we have a lot of people on the wait list. But we always welcome people adding people onto that list. And if you want to get a hold of me, then just Google Miranda Kitterlin Lynch. You could probably just Google Miranda Kitterlin. I'm probably the only one that you're going to find.
Right on. Love it. Love that. That's my favorite line, one of my favorite lines of the show. And you can also contact me going to the Leon Thomas Group website, and my email address is leon at theleonthomasgroup.com. All right. Miranda, go ahead and introduce our guest, please.
I am so excited. Not only is she a recent graduate of our master's program, but she was recognized as an outstanding graduate, which is it's a very big honor in our program. I don't know how she managed to do it because she is also a mother to 6 and has a full-time job with, excuse me, pardon me, with Marriott as a loyalty care specialist. So let's bring on Lakendra. Hi, thank you so much
Hi.
for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I can't wait.
Lakendra,
Go ahead.
yeah, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Leon. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
So, if you could, I know that I gave you a brief introduction, but in your own words, could you share with our listeners who you are and what do you do?
Yes, so my name is Lakendra Nealy. I'm also known as Peaches. So if you see me around, just shout out Peaches. Yes, I'm a mother of 6. My oldest is 18. So I have 3 girls, 18, 16, 14. I have 3 boys, 8, 7, and 6. So originally after high school, because I graduated in 2004 from Miami Norland Senior High. So after I graduated, I went to Florida Memorial University, but I got pregnant, so it took a detour. But I started working for Marriott International in 2006, so right after high school. So I already knew like I wanted to further my education because I've been with the company for so long. So I decided to go back to school. So I went to Miami-Dade. I got my AA from Miami-Dade. I transferred from there in 2021. Yeah, 2021. And then I came to FIU. I received my bachelor's. I did the 4+1, and then everything went by so fast, and I graduated this spring. So so while working, taking care of the family, I was also doing homework.
And not just graduated, but graduated with one of the highest recognitions that you could receive.
Yes.
So,
and then also, Dr. K, I got accepted for the DBA.
Yes.
In August.
Yes. So we're not just talking to Lakendra, we're talking to the future doctor. So
yes.
It takes a minute to recognize that you are amazing.
Thank you. Yes.
Right on. Congratulations to you. This is hot stuff. I like it. Right on.
Yes.
Now, before we get into some hotel related things, I have to ask you 2 questions and give short answers for now. I mean, the one question, you can give me a long answer.
Okay.
So, question number 1, which of your children plays racquetball?
None of them.
He's going to hang up on you now.
Oh, come on. Take her out. Get her out of here. That's right. Get her out.
My daughter plays flag football. She is a beast at flag football. She's so good.
I love that.
Okay. Right on. Good. And the other one is you called her Dr. K. Dr. K. So give me like a 15-second story about Dr. K that'll make everyone laugh. Go ahead, give me something.
Oh God.
So Dr. K, that would make everyone laugh. Dr. K,
yeah, give me something.
Sweetest.
Give me something.
I mean, she's so sweet. I admire Dr. K so much, so much. Something funny. It has to be something funny.
Or just tell me a story. Tell me something cool. Yeah, whatever.
I mean, I'm very cool, so it's going to be hard for her to.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No, Dr. K is, and the way she engages with the class, like she's so compassionate, she's understanding. I remember one time, like I had to get out of class, and I felt like Dr. K felt my energy because she was like, "Is everything okay?" Like she asked me, and I just thought that was just so like considerate and just so kind of her, just to make sure everything was okay. And I was like, "Yeah, my daughter, she couldn't get in the house," and she was like, "Oh, so I mean, it's a lot." Dr. K is the sweetest. When we do our group projects, I mean, she's she engages with us. I mean, it's a lot. Dr. K, I've had her for like two semesters now, and I just admire her so much.
Yeah. What you are saying mirrors what so many others say about Dr. Miranda Kitterlin Lynch. What you say falls right in line. Miranda, you are it. You are just a really, really cool person, great person. Everyone loves you, and I'm just happy to be associated with you here through the other projects we worked on in here. So thank you for what you do, Miranda.
Now I'm so happy that we're on every platform and that I know that my husband listens to our podcast because now he can hear.
That.
Yes.
Well, likewise to both of you. I think you're both incredible people, and I am very, very fortunate to have you in my life. Now, let me ask the very first hard-hitting question.
Okay.
Given that you are going into higher ed, what do you plan to do with your DBA? Do you plan to go into academics, or do you plan to go into something else? What is your goal?
So my goal, not really academics, but the C-suites. So I definitely plan as far as like transitioning over to sales manager and then also director. My goal is to become chief marketing officer for Marriott. That's my goal. And that's part of the reason why I really wanted to learn more and get into the doctorate program, because I find marketing so interesting, and just the data collecting, researching. I love to learn. So I see myself in the next few years as a chief marketing officer.
I love it. You're speaking it into existence, and I see that. I see that. It's happening. And I asked you that specifically so that I can go into my next question. It's a DEI podcast, a DEI Lodging podcast. As a woman of color, how many women, one, do you see in the C-suites in your career? And how many women of color have you seen in the C-suites in your career?
You know what? That's a great question, because honestly, it's very few. It is. And so it's maybe like 2%, honestly. And I really believe in my heart, I have faith that I can do it. So
I know you can do it.
I'm gonna do it. But it's so limited though. Like when I think about it, it's not really too many of color.
Yeah.
And
Leon, I know I'm supposed to stop talking for a second and let you get a word in edgewise, but I have one more question. So I didn't ask you because I doubt your abilities. I know you're going to be there. I know you're going to be further than you even are announcing.
Right.
I think you're going to be a powerhouse because you already are. I ask you because I wonder, what do you think the reason is? Because I've had this conversation with many people. Leon and I have had this conversation with many people over the course of this show, over the course of us knowing one another. And I always come back to the question, why? Why?
I think maybe why is because the responsibility, the weight, it's a lot. And I feel like by me being a single mom, you know, of 6 children, I'm already managing 6 kids, you know, 6 different personalities. So I just feel like it could be why it's so limited. It's because of the responsibility, the weight. It's just like, it's a sacrifice as well, you know? You have your family, you know, your work. So I believe that it could be because it's just a lot. And sometimes we get a little comfortable in the position that we're in. We don't want to take on more. Yeah. But it's about growth. And I really, you know, yeah.
Now, when you talk about that folks sometimes get comfortable in those positions, right? So that could even be a senior director who does not have aspirations to become a vice president. It could be a vice president who doesn't want to become a senior VP, right? Or it could be at property level, a front office manager who does not want to be an assistant general manager or an AGM that doesn't want to become a GM, right? Because they've reached that comfortable phase. So what needs to happen in our industry for those that are in positions of comfort, that want to move up and do more, or others see that they can? What do we need to do to help folks understand that you can do it? And once you get to that new position, you can have a comfort level there too. What does the industry need to do to help make that happen?
Believe, have faith, and don't be scared. A lot of times it's like they're scared. You know, they may not do well. They may not succeed. They may not be excellent how they are in their position right now. You know, it's okay. It's okay to fail. Like, you learn from your mistakes. So, you know, don't get discouraged. You know, I would also say, what's the word I want to say? Where you get kind of comfortable.
Complacent, perhaps?
Yeah, but I mean, just kind of like, instead of fearing, right? Because a lot of times we don't want the responsibility. Sometimes you just don't want to take on what you may see a vice president or a GM. If you're a front desk manager, you may not want to take on that because it's just too much. But, you know, I mean, it all depends on that person. So if that person is at the point where they know that they really don't want to, then okay. But if it's a person who may be kind of interested in it, but kind of a little bit like skeptical, I would say do it, you know, because I mean, it won't hurt to try.
Yeah.
We'll be back with more Checking In a Lodging DEI Chat after this brief message from the Leon Thomas Group. I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. Podcast, virtual events, webinars, streaming shows, and so much more. We want to be your partner in all things virtual.
One of the things in my career when I was a line level employee, I saw general managers that made the job seem really, really hard, that they were always stressing about something, right? And at that time, I'm like, I don't want a career in hotels. These folks are stressing all the time, right? I don't want to be around it. No.
Yeah, that's true.
Then a general manager who became my mentor, one of my mentors, his name is Mark Zelaznik. He became the general manager and he made hotel work seem cool, right? And everything that was a problem for other GMs, it was like, okay, so the guest is upset. We'll give them their money back. We move on. Hey, I'm going to the baseball game tonight. He made it seem cool and there was no stress. And I'm like, yeah, that's the guy I need to be around. Craig Poole, who is the general manager and president of the ownership group that runs a DoubleTree in Reading, Pennsylvania. He made work seem cool and fun. And I think about so many others that didn't. And I know that prevented me from wanting to go into management. But once I got around Craig and Mark, it was like, please, let's rock on. Let's rock on and do it.
Too.
Yeah. So
that is
right
definitely true. That is definitely true.
So tell me, I know that you mentioned that you love to learn and you obviously have a lot of drive, a lot of passion, a lot of self-motivation. What is it that drives you? Because I'm also a mom to only 2, so I can't imagine
right.
more than that. I'm already overwhelmed as it is with just the 2. And I do have help with them to a degree. Again, my husband's listening, so I can't go off on a tangent on that. But what is it? Because you're right, everything that you achieve requires a level of sacrifice. So, but what is it that drives you to keep going for more?
Honestly, it's my children. I have a big family and I like nice things. So it's like honestly, my kids' expenses and my expenses, oh, we need some big money. So it's like I don't want to settle. It's like I feel like I'm not put here to settle. I'm not put here on earth to settle.
Yeah.
Like I really want to, how I say, I don't want to die in the graveyard robbing of my treasure. Like I want to do everything that God has called me to do on earth. I want to do everything. So I just feel like it's my children. They give me that drive because it's 6. I have 6 kids. I have a big family. So I really just want to just go big in everything that I do.
I love that. I love it.
Yeah. We have a new quote of the show right there. I have 6 kids. I like nice things. I need money. Oh, well, we gotta spit the water out. Look at her. She choked on the water. I have 6 kids. I like nice things. I need money. Yes. Yes.
Right.
Why not?
That's all. Why not?
Why not? Sure.
Why not?
Sure. There's nothing wrong with calling it the way it is. I want my.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly, Leon.
That's right. Let's get it.
That's
sure.
right. That's right.
I get it.
It's only
I
right,
get it.
Leon. It's only right.
It's only. Why not? Why not? But I also heard you talk about your faith. Yeah,
Yes.
I heard you talk about your faith, and it's okay to recognize God and how important He is in our lives too. I heard that. Yeah, and you have a YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
What's the YouTube channel called?
Yes.
What's
so my
what's your
YouTube is Miss Peach. Yes, Miss Peaches, Pretty Girl Gospel. I'm a gospel artist, so I rap. And yeah.
I didn't know.
Check
How
me
do you have more things going on in your life? Come and teach me how you juggle all the balls that you keep in the air. It's amazing.
Yes,
It's amazing.
yes. And so I have a new single that I had. I'm working on now. So I'm working on the website and also like my photo cover for the single. It's called Single Mama. And yes, it's really catchy.
I'm checking it out as soon as we're done with our recording.
Wow. You do it all.
So yeah. So I'm working on that right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely send it to you guys. Definitely. Because
Okay.
I already have it. So I'm just, trying to get everything together with that project. So, yeah.
All right. Good deal. Good deal.
Thank you.
Producer Dr. J, I'm going to stop the recording right here. I'm going to pause it. I'll take control of the record. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Awesome. So I have so many questions for you. Let me ask you a fun one.
Okay.
Being that you are a mother of 6, and yesterday was Mother's Day, how did you celebrate?
Yes. Oh my God, Dr. K. So I went to Puerto Rico Friday. It was me, my mother, and my 3 sisters. We came back home Sunday afternoon. So when I came back home, my daughter, who's 18, she had balloons. She had my favorite snacks, Reese's, the peachy rings. My sons made cards, like their little, creative cards. Oh, it was beautiful. I recorded everything, put it on my social media. But it was so amazing. Like their little cards. They're like, Mom, you're the best mom in the whole wide world. I love you. You buy me clothes and shoes. And thank you.
Oh, I love
But
that.
it was amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I had a great Mother's Day. How was yours? And also happy Mother's Day to you too, Dr. K.
Thank you. It was good. It was interesting. Historically, my favorite Mother's Day celebration has been when the kids come in the morning, which it's the one day of year I get to sleep in. Bring me breakfast or whatever gifts, whatever it is that they want, and then my husband just takes them away for the rest of the day.
Right. Yeah.
This year was a little bit. This year, my husband thought that it would be a great idea to do a karaoke brunch with my children.
Oh, that's nice.
At a sushi restaurant.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be a great story to tell.
Right. Oh my God.
Oh my. Wow.
That's nice.
But the restaurant was great. We know the owner, she does a great menu, so it's all good. And then after we got home, we did sort of whisk them away.
Oh, that's good. So you can relax. I know, right?
Yes.
And where you can hear your thoughts. Oh.
I didn't want to hear any thoughts. I just wanted to hear my head hit the pillow.
Exactly. Oh, that's good. That's good. Well served.
It was good. So now, when you look at your career, and you've had a very rich career with your organization, your I don't want to put the company on blast. How do you feel that DEI efforts have changed over the course of your career, or do you feel that they have? Have you seen any changes from when you began right after high school to now?
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen a lot of changes, and for the great. Like, it's a very great company. Marriott is a very great company, and their DEI is excellent. I mean, you feel included, everyone. I mean, whether you're a veteran, whether you're just coming out of high school, I mean, it's respect. It's your senior leaders, your supervisors. They care, like they genuinely care, and that's why I've been with the company for so long. It'll be 18 years in November, and it's so consistent. It's the same. It's like from when I was 18 to I'll be 38 in September. And it's like it just get better, and it's like It's really good. I definitely love my company.
And that must be true because, especially today, you don't see many people staying with one company
Yeah.
with that longevity. So, yeah.
Yeah. The benefits are great. I mean, it's a really great company, and I would recommend it to anyone. I always do. So yeah.
Phenomenal. Go ahead, Leah.
Nice. Lakendra, you've probably watched our show or listened to it, and it's now time
Leah, are you
for.
crazy? She's too busy to be listening to our show.
Oh, she can do everything else. She can go to school, raise 6 kids, keep a job, go to Puerto Rico, right?
Release
She's a
it.
gospel artist. I don't want to hear he doesn't have time to turn it on in the car when she's driving in between. You probably have one of those sound boxes in the shower where you can listen to it. Oh, you have to. If there's anybody that's listening to our show, it's the busy people.
That's right.
They're the ones. Miranda, we get that next guest on that says, well, I've kind of retired and just kind of chilling. I'll say it this way. They ain't listening. It's not them. It's them.
It's the busy ones, right?
It's the busy folks that are listening. Miranda, remember we had that one guest who told us that we were wrong on the episode number?
Yeah.
I got an email. They said, no, it's not 23 or whatever. That person was crazy busy,
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Right.
So, here we go. Lakendra.
Yes.
It is now time for the 2 signature questions of the show. All right, Lakendra, grab a pen, pencil. If you don't have one, fake like you do. Go ahead and hold it up right here. If you don't have one, okay, here we go. On the count of 3, I want you to make your signature. Go ahead and apply your signature. Ready? 1, 2, 3, here we go. It's now time for the signature questions of the show. The first question is, actually, Miranda, can I do like kind of a 1 and 1A on my end today on the signature
Absolutely.
questions? This is pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Based on what I had for breakfast today. Here we go. Lakendra, have you ever had bean pie?
No.
Miranda,
This is the
no?
second time I've heard about bean pie, and I still don't know what it is.
No. I'm like you, Miranda.
Come
I don't know.
on.
What is bean pie? I meant to look it up last time we discussed it.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And I bought one on Saturday, right? A little mini pie. Bought one on Saturday, put it in the refrigerator, forgot it was there, came down, what am I going to eat for breakfast? My yogurt, my toast, whatever. And I said, you know what? I'm going to have a little sliver of bean pie. And I did. And oh yeah, it's great. Great stuff. Y'all got to try bean pie.
So for Chinese New Year, they do a mung bean pie, like a moon pie, like a
moon pie, yeah.
Like a.
Oh, you gotta get.
So what type of bean? What type of bean is it? Is it
like a baked bean?
Yeah, it's like a baked black bean. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
I grew up below the poverty line. Okay, this sounds like some poor people meals. Like you ran out of everything else in the pantry, you threw it together. You needed to have a pie.
We got some great lines in this show. I grew up below the poverty line.
And bean pie sounds right up my alley.
Okay. No, I never had a bean pie, Leah.
Oh wow, we gotta get you. We gotta figure out a way to ship you some bean pies. We gotta figure out a way to do that. Like, oh no, forget that. All right, so here
afford regular pies.
You can afford regular pies and no bean pie. Right. Wow. All right, here's the next one. How about a Maryland crab cake? Have you had a Maryland crab cake before?
You know what? I don't like the crab cake. I'm not a fan of it.
All right, 2 strikes.
No
I,
racquetball, no crab
no,
cake.
I don't like it. You know what? I'm
Look,
a real
even the
picky
dog is growling. Even the dog was growling at that.
you know what? I'm a real picky eater. I am so picky. I don't know. I'm so picky. Very, Leon. I'm so picky with my food.
But you know what? You're still okay in my book. You're still okay in my book because you
Oh,
of what you've accomplished and what you're going to do and the lives that you're going to impact because you're going to be a model that others can follow and you're going to be able to mentor folks. You are happening. So you're still right on in my book. You are
oh,
groovy.
thank you.
You
I
are groovy.
appreciate
But I want
that.
to ask you as my last question, if you could go back in time and tell your 20-year-old self one piece of advice, affirmation, anything at all, what would it be?
I would say I love you and I appreciate you. I learned so much, and it really made me the woman who I am. So thank you, my 20-year-old self, because without those, you know, those lessons, those mistakes, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be striving the way I'm doing now. I appreciate those, you know, my babies and everything. And so yeah, I love you, girl.
That may be my favorite answer that I've ever heard. This is the third time you're going to make me cry today. That's absolutely beautiful. I got to go, Leon. I got to call my therapist for an emergency session.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Okay.
Right
That was
on.
beautiful. That was beautiful.
Right on.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys. This was fun.
Right on. Glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for being with us on the show.
Of
And don't
course.
disappear yet. Hang out in
Anytime.
the green room. We'll come back and chat with you just for a few seconds. Thanks for being with us.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
Wow. Miranda, another great guest you brought to us on checking in, huh?
Right. I only surround myself with the best of the best, present company included.
Thank you. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Folks, thanks for watching another episode of Checking In. Reminding you can check us out on all podcast platforms. And if you go to the Leon Thomas Group website, you can listen to all of the shows on the Leon Thomas Group Radio Network, including this one, Checking In, a Lodging DEI Chat. We'll see you next time. Take care.